Hi, hey everyone. Whew. How's everyone doing? Have we all recovered? Hey Squirrel. Hey
A
Scully.
jackal!
Lamb.
Jackal! It's a jackal! It looks like a jackal! Jackal!
Me?
Jackal! It's a jackal! Jackal!
Me? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a jackal. Hi Hedgie. Sup Luke. Um. It's me. You don't understand. I am Ferrero Rocher. C'est moi. Oh, guys, I'm so tired. I cannot begin to tell you how fucking exhausted I am. Yeah, the visualizer is one of the things. It's a plugin you can have in OBS. So I have that set up. I have that set up in such a way. It's exactly what it looks like. It's just a little visualizer. Froge? Froge? Is that a Scully Froge high? It is. Yeah, no, I have to wake up. We went so late last night, and then I had to shower and take care of stuff. And then I fought to sleep, and then I woke up and I had work to do today. This was not it was a series of poor decisions on my part last night. That's what that was. So, I accept that I did this to me. I'm so fucking tired. Oh, hello? Hello? Why is that the case? Need to go fix something on YouTube really quick. So that's with that. YouTube's being silly.
Thank you,
Gotta fix it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Oh, God, I actually got flashbanged so hard.
Finally awake.
Oh, who dares? God damn. That was hugely effective. Yo, that particular Tangia kind of went super hard though. That was very surprising. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is when we ended, and then I don't think I fell asleep until the sun was coming up, so it was probably 5. Yeah. 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 Do the first half, that's fair. Mickey! Hey! I will have a good stream. It's probably gonna be, let's be real here, it's gonna be so short. We went 8 hours. We went a whole ass business day yesterday. Hey, congratulations on being the Elatrium. Were you able to find a group, or were you just badass and said you do it yourself? Did you go full Thanos on it? Yeah, easy stream. We're just shooting the shit today, as the stream title implies. Talk about other VTubers and such. Give me some inspiration. Just whatever it takes for me not to have to think too hard. The brain is mush. Gaston? That makes sense. He does have a Nobel Prize. You soloed it. Holy crap. Well done, well done. Big claps. That's genuinely very impressive. I am very impressed. Secret Santa, what is on fire outside? Oh my goodness, someone smells like they left their grill on and they just burnt something horribly. Fun today. Fun today. The Secret Santa you were a part of happened, and everyone loves their art gifts. We love that. That is best possible outcome. Speaking of art, I have to go check something very quickly. Just all of the wrong buttons. Also, hey, only because this happened last time, mods, do you want to check that I was able to turn back on my redeems? I'm pretty sure I did. They should be on. But given that last time, Twitch told me I wasn't good enough, despite it literally being my stream, just love a bit of a, you know, just a backup on that. Be sure about things. Savvy? Yep. They're back. Yeah. Good. They took. That's all I needed to know. Thank you, Haji. Good. You know what? That's fair. I need a big stretch. Can't stretch big enough. Need to be bigger. All right. Big stretch. Stretched. I was deemed worthy. I mean, which is really good. What on account of, you know, me being the streamer. Okay. I had ideas of what we were going to do tonight. I also thought about maybe just Warframe as I mindlessly farmed out relics. I don't know about all of that. Instead, I will say this. I was chatting with an owl today. And I am quite looking forward to when they join us. Yeah. Well, the worst part is last time I went in, I turned them all on, hit the big old save button. Or it's not even a save button, it's a little toggle. You literally just toggle on off. So I toggled them all on. I left. I'm like, yeah, you did fine. You did great, Jackal. Don't worry about it. Came in promptly to Hedgie going, why didn't you turn them back on? I'm going, but I did. Ah, well. It's fine. Anyhow, I was chatting with, actually, I was chatting with a couple of people about this earlier today. And I think the last person I was chatting about with it was the owl. And we were talking about, like, the whole point of VTubers, this, that, and the other. Because one of the people I was chatting to, like, there's someone who, like, they watch VTubers, but they don't actually get why anyone would do it. You know. So I was like, all right, here, let me lay it out for you, bud. On your Twitter, do you have a picture of you? And he doesn't. He has a picture of some character from an anime. I don't know. And I was like, yeah. Same idea. Same idea. I just don't want to stream with my face. That's all it is. Like, the upside to a character like this is I get to, well, I thought I would get to start over, you know, create a character, redefine myself, but alright, everyone I know has had other ideas, so that's not happening. But, in theory, the concept is to start over and you build a sense of community around that. Like, you kind of do have to be a cult of personality type in order for this to work, right? So that's a conversation I've actually had it a couple of times since I started. Either people asking like, what's the point, or why did you finally do it? Because I was pretty against doing this for a long time. I just didn't want to do it. I don't know that I agree with that. Like, the story that's told is collaborative. Like, we definitely pop in, and like D&D, you can try to tell a story, but there's the whole chat. They're involved in the telling of it. I don't know if character creation should be collaborative. I'm not sure about that. Maybe, though, especially if you're going to be social about it. All the same, I am just routinely pretty surprised that people don't get the whole VTuber side of things. Even people who like watch VTubers, I'm a little surprised at the amount. Yeah, well, I mean, you did do that. That is fair. Where's my head at? God, I can't keep a train of thought today. Not that I usually can, mind you. But yeah. I had to be talked into this over a course of years. I was pretty dead set against... Well, that's not strictly true. I wasn't dead set against VTube stuff. I was pretty dead set against streaming, is what it was. Like, I can't say I play games that don't make for good streams, because, like, literally any game is streamable if you're charismatic enough. I think. Surely any game is streamable. I'm sure there's a way to play solitaire and have people be really into it. But, yeah, I just didn't want to do it. Now, a lot of that had to do with the time, with at that time me being, like, employed in a more traditional job. And once that fell through, once I eventually exited that, then I was like, you know, all right, we can give it a try. And yeah, Akane was one of the cheerleaders for this since like 2021 ish, maybe a little bit later. I don't know. Like, her and Matthew definitely were the two that were most gung-ho about this happening. But joke's on Akane. She had to go first. It was all part of my clever scheme of having Akane test the waters, have all of the scuff happen, and then I could swoop in afterwards and avoid all the scuff. But the joke's really on me, because I did not in fact avoid all the scuff. There has been so much. So much. Charming, Luke. Charming. Yeah, I super just didn't trust this. Now, for me, I had a couple other reasons why I didn't want to get into this. I didn't want to make a neon white VTuber, and so I figured, I've heard from Kenji and co. I know this is going to be a pain in the butt from an art department standpoint. If you make it scuff, they'll make better scuff. No, we can't. We can't allow that. We have to make poor streams. We have to make the scuff so bad that it can't affect better streams. We are the vanguard. unironically, I think there's plenty of stuff to be worried about when it comes to VTubing. The community is made up of very young people. They're adults, but they're still young folk. And being in and around the entertainment industry, it is kind of gross the way that people interact with one another. It's all very transactional, and it's all very juvenile. And we see that when the drama comes out, right? Not that it's always the case for every VTuber. Like, obviously, as the years have gone by, we've seen that a lot of the VTubers who were in their late 20s are now into their 30s, and so on and so forth, and they have 4 or 5 years under their belts, and they no longer want the childish drama that was there at the start and continues to be here now. And that was a big part of what I worried about. The other side of things was just how weird certain fan bases were. Like, I worried for Akane just in general being a woman on the internet. Like, that's just something you're gonna have to deal with forever. And like, I feel for you. It's just so bad. People don't know how to behave. And when I got into it, I knew I wasn't gonna make a stock standard VTuber. I had to have some kind of, like, I'm not dark, and yet after seeing Kenji and like 2 other actually black VTubers try to do stuff, I was like, oh man, really? Is anything other than Snow White too dark? It's like, am I gonna run into this issue? That's kind of gross. I don't think I want to deal with that. And then, of course, being so impossible to find art that Kenji just didn't ever find that art and has the art he has now. Now, granted, obviously for me, that's not a problem. Long flowing straight hair and literally just bronzy skin. I'll be fine in the art department. But, these were all things that I was either directly warned about, like someone grabbed me and said, hey, by the way, I see you considering to make this decision. Let me let you in on a little something. And other things that I just kind of picked my own brain about, having seen it from the outside. And none of it's surprising. Like I said, I've worked either in or around the entertainment industry, and seeing the way that performers are, like, these are grown people in their 30s and 40s, smiling in people's faces and then turning around, and just because I'm not also an actor, I'll hear their actual thoughts on each other. It's gross. It never changes. And in the streaming sphere, just in general, getting away from even VTubers for a second, there's a lot of Peter Pan syndrome happening, where be you a standard be you a standard streamer or a VTuber, there's this sense of like topping out at where your humor and interests can be. Like in recent years, it's been really cute to see hag supremacy take over, but I wonder how much of that is genuine. And I think it's only because the VTuber model doesn't ever change. Thank you for the lurk, Dan. Appreciate you. Because as you get older, you just become less interesting, I should imagine. Unless you've been established. And honestly, VTubing as a breakout in the West isn't old enough to really be struggling with this yet. I think everyone who started can continue being now just fine. But we are going to get to the point where where people are saying things about being old and not having any humor behind, and it being like, they're so old, why are they still doing this, blah blah blah, this is a young person's deal. So that's going to be interesting to see going forward, because we do know that a couple of the older streamers get that anyway. Well, I mean, look, these are not my opinions. Like, I would agree with you, Scully. I would imagine as you get older, you've had more life experiences, which means more funny stories. And the stories do just go beyond back hurt. Though, let me tell you, back do hurt. No, like, of course not. But the fact of the matter is, like, these were just thoughts that I either had or I, like, felt the need to have because, the medium, streaming specifically, is just, it's wild sometimes, and the very best fan bases are still rife with really weird characters therein, and the really bad fan bases are openly hostile to everyone. Like that, like there's a whole side of YouTube that is literally embraced drama tube because that's where they thrive, and I think that's weird. I do. I just think it's weird. To be fair, I kind of did say those words exactly, like specifically. Also, hey Sheeb, why we yelling? What the deal? About? Mind you, this is by and large not an indictment of the streamers. Like, we're all people. We can't actually always control who watches. Now this is not an indictment upon the streamers themselves. Though some of them, like I said, the drama folk are a bit much for me. Life be like that. That's valid. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I do. I don't think I care for the tea. Like, the drama that happens in the VTuber, specifically, because that's the only drama I see on my dash nowadays. Can't imagine why. Actually, it's not true. I just saw Pokemon, Pokimane drama. I fucking hate that name. I just saw drama there. So I guess, say, drama in general. I'm not sure I care, because it's always really juvenile nonsense. Yeah, it's always something really weird. Like, and I will separate drama from, like, genuine news. Like, I'm not considering drama the shutdown of the various studios, the Niji news, the Vshoujo news, all of that. I'm talking about the interpersonal streamer stuff. That's the stuff I don't give a shit about. Like, even stuff that affects the wider community, like the Cinder stuff, I think probably shouldn't have gone live. And I find... How do I explain this? Having a drama sector of the community is as harmful as having the 24-hour news cycle that we have in life. If there is a sector for it, something always needs to be happening, which means the littlest things will be blown out of proportion, so there is something to talk about. And so, you see people jumping on bandwagons really well too early, before we could possibly hope to have all the information. And then later they're like, oh, well, I couldn't have known. I didn't have all the information. It's like, yeah, well, it's because you jumped on board blaming someone too early. And again, the Cinder stuff is exactly the best explanation of all of this, because I'm still not sure what happened. I didn't follow it. But I remember the story came out, and a bunch of people I knew immediately were on Cinder's ass. She was the devil. She was canceled, blah, 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 whatever. And then a couple weeks later, it was a case of, oh, no, Cinder was wronged. We didn't have all the information. It was actually either a misunderstanding on this, or this person was also to blame, and now we all have to recontextualize the whole situation. And I was like, well, then it sounds like everyone should have just chilled and let all the information come out. Nah, Jackal took a shower. Not stinky right now. Jackal was stinky earlier. Had to get that Irish Spring in. Posted it over the internet. Jackal smells like wet dog. But there's always something like that going on, and it's not that like I want my community to stay away from it. I understand that it is now, for whatever reason, like a major part of the thing that we do. I can't be asked. Like Rima and Parrot and Nosagi and all the news folk, they can handle it. I believe in them. I'll be interested in stuff like the Vshoujo stuff and the Niji stuff. Like that genuinely seeing that is interesting for a couple of reasons. I think I've spoken to Akane about this. I don't know if I've said it openly on stream. And given I've actually skipped over so much like esoteric VTuber stuff, like stuff that like we just do as VTubers to get you to know us better. So Akane, myself, Dan, and Luke have definitely spoken about this. Squid as well. The idea of the Corpo VTuber was a familiar trend from like 20 years ago. Like from when YouTube was still baby. They are in many respects. I think the only one that wasn't like this was Vshoujo, but Vshoujo had their own problems. They were just MCMs. They were just they were multi-channel MCN, multi-channel networks. And that's all that yes, exactly, the YouTube networks. So the things that happened and the way they happened all make sense. Now, granted, they make sense in retrospect, and at the time, I don't really blame anyone for not noticing. The only before I was doing this, the only thing I was really taking seriously was Hollow as a company, Hollow Corp. So like I didn't know about Niji, I didn't know about a lot of the actually let's look these up. Let's look up some of these. What are some corpos that I'm forgetting about? Because there's a bunch of them that have absolutely tanked and are dead now. You know, that's what today's gonna be. Today's gonna be a learning stream, mostly for me actually, because I didn't VTuber until recently. So let's bring up the old Firefox. Let's swap over to content and we can look stuff up. Okay, I think that'll be fun. I think this will be a fun time for which I get to learn something and you all get to teach me something. If that is desirable, that is. And I should very much hope it is. Boom. Content. Yeah. But you'll know the basic... Oh, thank you for the headbats. You'll know the YouTube MCNs. I'm gonna go over those first while I make my case. Not of 2026.
Dance, water, dance!
You know what? That's fair.
Stretch, you gotta say big stretch. Every time I do a big stretch, you know that's the rule.
Big stretch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in there. Oh, flashbang. Oh man. No, these are all new. These are all new stuff. I don't care about the new ones. Yeah. What's Umu? No, Umu is something I put in there for a handful of people. That's a reference to Fate Grand Order. There they are. You'll be familiar with these. There we go. All right. Occasionally, AI, you do something right. So this is the one that I was going to bring up immediately was Machinima. I'm sure anyone who's old enough remembers Machinima, remembers wanting to be a partner in Machinima. Yeah, got it. Go away. A partner in Machinima, all of the stuff they were pumping out. Neither have a lot of people. I think it's finally over, by the way. So, look forward to Fate Grand Order 2, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, Maker's another one I remember seeing. The Disney one. Machinima. Like, is Machinima still a thing? Surely it's not, right? Machinima's definitely died. Closure, yeah, that makes sense. Like all of the early aughts creators were a part of a multi-channel network. And it's exactly the same thing that that corpos are. Except that I think Niji and no, they're the same damn thing, honestly. It's just that they've branched out to be more. They hold shows and they market slightly better, so they get to stick around before they die. But I'm so sorry for the amount of white text. There you go. I'm sorry. You deserve better. But if you will hold on for just a moment, let's zoom in here so I can bring up your eyes, my eyes. So I can bring up my draw tool and we can highlight stuff. Oh no, it has to be in the dock. That's so disappointing. Very well. Okay. Welcome back, Preggers. I'm happy to see you return. I wasn't sure if you were gonna. In general, when we got to the MCN part of YouTube was essentially where YouTube went from being this niche hobbyist idea to a it's true, you do have to enjoy your month full of sub. Congratulations. Um, to when not that YouTube would become marketable. YouTube was already marketable at that point, but now YouTube could be marketable to the individual. Like the individual could actually see a way to make money going forward. And obviously it comes from like the network setup that we have for cable. Everything's like based around the idea of television. So, now you know, wet dog is a hell of a thing, man. It's not a smell that comes lightly. So we have all the expected names and like yeah, again, see here it is. Everything's thought about with the idea that it is like boom boom. It's like the corporate stuff. They wanted YouTube to be able to transcend, kind of become what Netflix would become now, but they wanted to be able to have like YouTube taken seriously. And in many ways, I guess it is, but it's mostly a case by case. I don't think anyone takes YouTube seriously. They take particular creators on the platform seriously, which is not the same. Anyhow, all that to say, when we scroll down, God, it's so loud outside today. We can just literally read what's written. Like an MCM works by a company setting up an account with YouTube and then grabbing a bunch of other accounts. And essentially they would take in goodness gracious, that emote. What is that emote? Dumper. I thought those emotes got were getting stricken from YouTube from Twitch. Anyways, you have a parent company, whoever the parent company is, and they would like negotiate with their affiliates, and they would bring in these smaller channels and have them attached to it. And like with VTubers, you would see the little affiliated channels paying out a portion of their earnings to the parent company for essentially the same things you do as an employee, tax reasons, and whatever weird shit goes down on the various contract negotiations. Lord knows we've heard plenty. If we move on to like VTubers real quick, I'm pretty sure we all, like, Shy Lily's talked about it. Let's see if I can bring it up. Sorry, Lily. I'm gonna be the worst part about myself. Shally V Shoujo contracts. Do I have? That's the question. If I play this, will you all be able to hear it? Oh no, not fucking Reddit. No, go to YouTube. She literally talked about it. There we go. So Lily's a little special in that Lily also has two other companies that she's attached to with GamerSups and with her talent agency. I think it's Mythic. Subcap. But this is the main idea is when you get brought into one of these corpos, you're essentially becoming an affiliate, and you do have to talk about the contract. And Lily goes on about not liking the contract that she read. Let's see if I can actually make this work. I'm not used to doing React content on this channel, so you know, this might take a second. Let's bring up the display audio and have the display media. Can you guys hear this? Oh, it'd be nice if I actually turned on the volume. Let me know if you can hear this, please. No? That's deeply disappointing. No sound? Okay. One moment, please. One moment. Gotta figure out where it's coming from. Oh, why is it coming out of the game? No. We want this to be in the media.
Immune Deficiency Foundations. And also,
better?
I made a tweet opening up about...
Come through at the end there? Okay. Yeah, it was just set to the wrong channel. That's fine. Hey, Cap, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to essentially not do anything today. I'm really fucking tired. But I did want to have a just chatting section, and I wanted to go over a couple of the reasons why I got into this and like ideas that I have. And all of this is prefaced to me saying that I would absolutely go to a corpo for a year, but I'll explain that after we listen to this.
them recruiting me in 2023. Let me just talk real quick about this because I opened a can of worms. Shoujo reached out to me in 2023, asking me if I want to join. It was the second half of the year of 2023. And before I say anything, I've already seen some like weird ass drama schizos try and, you know, already drama the situation.
Valid.
Of like, so nice of you to let other people run into the fucking fire. VShojo doesn't send out fucking newsletters of people who are about to join to the entirety that is the VTubing scene. I don't fucking know who's joining, brother. When a few
Yeah,
of the talents walked out, a little while after they recruited people, I was amongst one of those people I tried to recruit. We got to the contract negotiation phase, which is where everything fell apart because I strongly disagreed with the contract. It was very greedy, very exploitative of my assets. And before I say anything more, again, those non-medication having schizos on Twitter, just because I disagree with the contract doesn't mean I have to go around the fucking world and literally commit slander, which, by the way, defamation is literally fucking illegal. Just because I don't like a contract and it's robbing me doesn't mean that A, other people are getting the same contract, and B, doesn't mean that other people disagree with it as much. They try to monetize my assets that I worked for. When they reached out, I was very, very, very particular about what I want and what I have to offer and my worth. And when they reached out, the person who reached out, they promised the fucking world. They had this big ass, long ass meeting and promised the world. And that was all beautiful. That was where everything, this is where everything is like, holy shit, this is insane. When VShojo opened their applications way before that, I applied. And I actually made it past the first wave. Never heard anything back, ever. First of all, it was my long-lived dream to join Hololive, but they didn't want me, or rather, never looked at my application or anything. Yeah, this is before I debuted, by the way. This is a long time ago. When I saw that the VShojo girls had so much fun and they were such a tight-knit group and like collabs and hangouts and they looked like the most beautiful people on planet to me. So I applied. Didn't make it very far. Then far later, eventually at some point, they reached out at the almost peak of my career and they were trying to hire me. So they were giving me this whole presentation of what they can do for me, which was great and all, but then we came to a list of things that are very important to me. I can run down the list super quickly. I also noted some red flags that I noticed right away. My biggest contract was the revenue share. I did not like how their revenue splits with merchandise and similar things. They wanted too much revenue share, way too much. And the money they offered me in exchange for taking this much of my revenue was just not even, that was an insult. That was a genuine red flag because they kept calling 50-50 splits what was the word? Industry standard. Any corporate that hires you and always puts emphasis on industry standard, run. First of all, 50-50 is not the industry standard. Third-party deals was also the biggest red flag. They wanted 5% on third-party deals. I wanted them to negotiate it down to 0. Third-party deals is stuff that they have nothing to do with. It's me doing stuff. One thing that wasn't a red flag at first, I also told them, stay the fuck away from gamer subs. And at first they were like, sure, fair. But then they tried to be dodgy about it and they were like, for the time being, yes, until we renegotiate the contract. I was like, no renegotiation. And the excuse for this was, as part of VShojo and part of the brand name, part of the income and opportunities that come my way are due to VShojo in my name. And I said, no, all of these things are stuff I did myself. You don't touch it. The by far biggest red flag was I asked them to sign a non-compete between them and Mythic. They didn't want to sign that. I have proof of everything, by the way. And before anyone tries to pull some weird sneaky shit or VShojo tries some weird sneaky shit, I have proof of everything.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna end it. All of that was literally just to say that, like, I understand why corpos certainly get the rep that they have. In this particular case, there's an expectation to, when joining one, same as every other one, same as the MCMs before, the revenue split will be in the company's favor. Lily's case is a bit different in that she was already an established, Lily was hyper established by time she was being approached. You just heard her say it. She was at the peak of her career when they finally took notice of her. And in her case, they were trying to shaft her out of her gamer subs stuff, trying to screw over Mythic and just overall bleed her of the various stuff that she is she worked so hard for. Hey, Cyclone, good to see you on YouTube. Unexpected. Yeah, also, you're pushing the wrong person. I'm not starting a company. So, like with all contracts that end up being signed for anything, it's essentially two people arguing in their best interests, right? You should always be arguing in yours. The company will always argue in theirs. I could be a secretary. I don't know about a mini skirt. I'll wear a pencil, but not a mini skirt. No. I don't do enough squats anymore. I need to go back to doing that. You're doing a nice little pencil skirt, though. Something that goes down to at least the knees. Anyways, the issue with being a member of a corpo is that no one who is established is going to want to do it. And a lot of the reason why people were leaving, if you all remember, at least of the people that I was paying, at least the people that I was paying attention to, it was down to the renegotiation phase. The company obviously isn't going to want to step up and pay you what you're worth. And they were able to stand without them. But I'm going to be honest with you. I find MCNs and corpos often aim for the wrong thing. Instead of finding new people to keep for 2 or 3 years, they want to lock down people forever. And it's never going to work out that way. I think the only reason why Hololive lost half of its talent was really because they were forcing everyone to move to Japan. But honestly, they were eventually going to go the way of losing talent to the returns. Why is Akana yelling at me? What do you mean? This is literally native on item. Oh, wait, no. No. This is not native on item. This is the chat that I've been using from the beginning. I just didn't have any YouTube viewers at the time. Anyways, ignoring literally everything I've said up until now, I'll start over and make it a bit easier to follow. So sorry, progress. Let's make this easy for you to follow. Easy for everyone to follow, because I'm in a weird, foggy headspace at the moment anyway. There's been a renewed love and push towards indie, which is great, because it allows people to go out, be their own boss, and not get screwed over by the inevitable corporate situations that happen. Kane, I'll tell you later. I think corpos have a place. I think the way that they've been viewed up until now has always just been incorrect. My brain's so foggy like. I got too close to sin. I don't think corporals can really stand to be long-lasting with talent in this industry. I think if a corporal's smart, they'll be prepared to have a revolving door of talent. Which is kind of how they work already. I don't know why this, it always seems to be a shocker both to the company and to its base that there's this revolving door. They work in generations. That is correct. The only thing that's surprising is some generations have lasted this long. Because as the talent grows their base, eventually they will outgrow the company. I genuinely believe Gura and Mori outgrew Hololive in the same year they debuted. But there's a lot of reasons to stay, mind you. I don't think you should just disappear after, like, you get big or anything. Corporations come with a lot of tax that they cover your taxes. A good company anyway will cover a lot of your other expenses because they'll be able to do write-offs. Just often we see that that's not the case, and a lot of these companies are just taking advantage of their girls and boys. What shirt? Joke's on you, I never had a shirt. This is just a jacket over top. These buttons don't close. There are no buttons here. Anyways, all of that to say, I would absolutely join a good corpo, good in big old quotation marks, absolutely immediately. I was never once worried about the crocodile. From the moment I heard her voice, I knew she would be fine. And surprise, surprise, I think she's already over 1 million subs, so... I think it's really good. I mean, obviously, there was a bit of an advantage there. The crocodile was gonna originally debut in VShojo's next... or maybe not the next. I think she was 2 generations out. She was a part of Beasts, apparently. At least if the information I've read is correct. And so when VShojo went under, because of the nature of VShojo, they kept all of the stuff that was prepped for them. So her debut went really, really smoothly. So that was really good. Look up the name Psycho. They'll be familiar. I think, for you. They should be familiar to you. Wait, what? What do you mean upset some people? Who's upset about the crocodile? Huh. Didn't expect that. But yeah, way I hear it, she was going to be one of the future generations happening at VShojo. VShojo falls apart because of the nature of VShojo. She gets to keep all of her goodies, and she was able to restart herself. And the talent behind the crocodile is obviously established. They know what they're doing, and so they were able to weather the storm and come out on the other side smelling like swamp water. It was great. Huh, you will... Okay. Weird. I'm not used to being the person who knows a name that other people in this sphere don't know. Alright, so, real quick, we'll look her up. But that baffles me. Like, a lot of VTubers came into this with money. Now, they came into it with money and weren't known, but they came into it with money. What? VTubing is fucking expensive. It's less expensive now, though, with the amount of free shit there is. That is, I guess that's probably why the image of what it is has changed, and now you don't need to be part of a corpo to do well, but... Anyways, let me very quickly show off who this is, so you know. Boom. Oh no, let's not do that. I won't just steal their content.
The final lost member of VShojo is here. Recently, a huge VTuber debut has come out in the form of Kairu Crocodile, who has been taking over with a ton of popular VTubers, including Iron Mouse, Buff Pup, and even more supporting her new debut. But recently, there has been a huge theory as to who this new crocodile VTuber is.
Alright, never mind. I thought I was going to get a short of her, but I guess
when I was in elementary school, there was this girl
Crocodile.
who was trying to get attention by telling kids she could taste flavors in colored paper. She'd eat a piece of green paper and be like, minty. Oh, this one's like strawberries. And all the kids thought...
Yeah, that's her. And she may sound familiar. And if she does sound familiar, shut up. And if she doesn't sound familiar, ingest more YouTube. Ingest more YouTube.
She was so cool, except for me, because I wasn't buying it. And I remember getting so uppity because she was getting so much attention and getting away with such.
All right, but we're not here to steal content, and I always feel bad doing that. So, you've seen her. You now know who she is. Her name's in chat. She is Karyu Crocodile. I clicked on the link because I thought it was going to be a short from the crocodile. My mistake. Can't goddamn trust thumbnails. Anyways, all the way back. Corpos are good for small new VTubers. I don't think they're good for larger ones. It's why we see a lot of them fail out, because they're there to make a bunch of money, and they can make a bunch of money from larger talent, but larger talent is never going to want to stay because they can do better on their own. I am open and available to all VTuber corporations out there looking for a male member. I am more than aware of the strings that I will that will come attached to those contracts, and I am willing to suffer under any contract that I deem willing for 1 year. Yeah, evidently I don't. Evidently I don't understand the side of YouTube that everyone's on. But I mean, like I said, I'm just surprised. I'm typically not exactly on the cusp of new things, especially in this industry. Like, I'm just bad about it. I've chosen a couple of my favorites, but most of the streams I watch are, in fact, Dan, Akane, Scully, Cap, Nation, if he would ever stream, Micah. Oh, no. I am absolutely willing to go on a 1-year hiatus, join a corporation that is going to ensure me some amount of a base, that's going to help me with the financials that come with being a VTuber, really just being an entertainer. It's fucking awful on taxes. And help me with merch that I unfortunately can't afford right now. I'll do all of that, have a year, leave, come back, reaffirm myself here with the new base I made, and carry on. I am more than willing to take that. I'll absolutely do it the long way. It's true, Nation does have other things he has to keep him occupied. It's always a joy when he pops into chat, though, so we'll give him that. But no, like, corporations have their place. I just think the idea of what a corporation is misunderstood by the executives. Obviously, the idea of any business is to make money. So, hey, Luna. The best way to make money is to take something that's already popular, or something that is popular, and continue with that. But again, you're fighting against the waves, so it's difficult. Like, cheesed? Cap, you're not allowed to just... You can't just throw cheese at my tits. That's not fair. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's not about famous, it's just about having a steady source of income for bills. It's really not that deep. Like, I don't care if I'm someone that, like, no one ever really knows their name, because frankly, as a male VTuber, it doesn't really matter how big you get, I find, unless you're what's his name? The Hottie McHotterson from Niji Sanji with the black and red hair. The one that everyone's in love with. I forget his name. He's really popular. Vox Akuma. Unless you're Vox, most male VTubers just don't get that kind of shine. I feel really bad for the HoloLive Holostars because I can name 2 of them. And they get treated so badly by their own company. Hey, sheep, no. Don't encourage this.
CPT Tama asked me, should Anpu go corpo with VTubing? The dark side corporations are. More money, perhaps, but freedom, less.
What the fuck?
Trapped in contracts? Like a rat in a cage, they could be. Shiny offers? Tempting they are. But individuality, they consume. If strong in the force, their will is careful consideration. They
How
must
did you do this?
choose wisely, or forever their soul in spreadsheets shall dwell.
How the fuck did you do that? What? What was that? What was that? Why? I'm being bonked. Why am I being bonked? What just happened on my stream? Okay, so that was Tangia. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's Tangia. Huh. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought Tangia was just there for you to throw cheese at me. Huh. Huh. I'm sorry. I was too flabbergasted to read that. What did it say? Should I go corp? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, look, yeah, no, they're gonna absolutely destroy you, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. My brain is already cheese. I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna be difficult because I know Akane apparently doesn't want to talk about it. What happened with Vox? Last time I checked, he was like the dominant male VTuber. I am once again showing my ass. I do not know what's happened. Why are we mad at Vox? Am I gonna go have to look stuff up now? Vox Akuma. Shouldn't be that hard to find what the drama is. Well, he's just having normal ass streams about durian now, so it can't be that bad. Mashed patat? Fair. In hell. What? What? Okay. Does anyone know what Akane's talking about, or are we all lost and Akane's just angry at me for not knowing a thing? No? Nothing? Okay. I agree. I agree. The only thing I've heard about Vox Kuma is he was one of the people who came on that kind of did Doki Bird, don't cheese the tits. Unless you're gonna eat it off these things, cheese does not go there. Yeah, no, like I know like he was part of Niji Sanjin. They had him and two other people come out and do stuff for the Doki Bird thing that didn't go over well. I'm sorry, I guess it wasn't Doki Bird at the time, but I forget her previous name. Shitties? Oh my god. Stream, please. Who says cheese doesn't go there? I mean, to be fair, I do, but I can't actually stop you. Is it Vox part of the shit that happened? Yeah. Selling. Thank you. That's the only thing I've heard about Vox, and then he went right back to being where all the oil baronesses spend their wealth on their pretty boy. And this is not complaining. Valid. Look, I'm going to try to corner that market, but you all make it really hard for me to corner myself as the sexy, suave guy when you all throw cheese at my tits. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know how to read. My eyes are for other things. My eyes are for longingly gazing into another's. Just make more sexy. Right, ladies? I'm not sure that's how that works, but hey, I'm willing to find out. We can do the science. Chetties now, I'm sorry. My Chetties. As the himbo? I mean, yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the way we're going. Enjoy titty frame. Which game are you playing? Which protag are you playing as? We remember Fatal Frame very differently. Yeah. Huge of tit and of rear, but dumb of ass. It's true. Dude, shoot a tit a lot T-Pex. Anyways, circling again for like the millionth time, circling back around, I understand why corpos are currently seeing the Fatal Frame made by the Dead or Alive team. Yes, that would make sense. Then suddenly everything falls into place. But yeah, no, I think corpos have their place. I think I don't just think corpos have their place. I think corpos can be incredibly helpful to not young talent, but to like early talent. The trade-off is money for building a brand, right? And as we've seen in recent years, the brand will go past the corporation. Once you leave, your voice stays the same, your mannerisms stay the same, your packaging might have to be branded differently, but everyone's going to know it's you, and we no longer play the kayfabe game. We love you for being head empty but hot. All right, well, both of these things are true. So I mean, I'm having a hard time arguing with you. Wait, he's brutal, absolutely brutal takedown of me. But yeah, no, now that kayfabe in VTuber world is mostly dead, like, we still don't refer to... What do you mean 6? What do you mean 6? Look, listen. I am not here to be demeaned as a 6. Get out of here. I work hard on this head empty, body nice thing. 6.5 at least. Cap, please. Oh my goodness, please help. That's above average. I mean, yeah, so is a D. Would you be happy with a D on a test? Ugh. Thank you for the head pat. See, Luna gets it. Luna's the best. Luna and Sheeb. Sheeb specifically. Wait, yeah, hey, Psycho, are you talking bad about a Sheeb design? Yeah, are you saying Sheeb's bad at designing hot men? How dare. How very dare. Get him, Sheeb. Woof. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Passing grade of a 7? That's a C. I mean, that is passing. Doesn't feel good, though. Headphones. Alright. Let's have a drink. I don't like this. No, these numbers are all much too small. Much too small. Numbers need to go up. Work. Chippendales. Oh, back for the Game Awards. The initial idea was that it wouldn't be Dan, but it would have been me who arrived in nothing but the collar and bow tie and maybe some cuffs, some dapper cuffs. No shirt, mind you. But instead, you know, Dan decided to take the bow tie and I came in the suit. So what are you gonna do? That would make him Zoomer bait. Oh, because of 6'7". God damn it. Yeah, we all want to see the She-Bart. She-Bart is top quality stuff. Sheeb standing over me, her arms outsplayed, taking all the incoming fire, while little tired Anu is asleep in his bed. Anu's design is... Okay. Can we not talk about me like I'm not here? My design is great. I'm right here, guys. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't know. I think Shell's got himself in a bunch of trouble. I'm actually willing to sit here and let him keep digging. This is pretty good. It's nice to be on this side of the hole. You know, I'm usually the one in it, continuing to dig down. And, yep, that's cool. That's cool. I'll hush up. My bad. I'm sorry, chat. Oh man, what is happening here? Oh, I'd say I lost control, except I've never had control of this chat, so. Give me a second. I need to get a beauty mark. Actually, I have the beauty mark. I need to become Irish. Allow me to get Irish and to get not one, but 2 staves. Great things are happening. Absolutely wild. The mark has nothing to do with it. The mark, I mean, I feel like that's what they all say, but that's literally the mark's purpose. That's the whole reason he has it, is to damn him to everyone loving him. I'm just saying. Celtic folklore. The mark works on women and you. What's up, Cap? You got a question for me? If I were to make a goal for a maid outfit on stream, what would you make the sub goal number? God, I don't know. Well, I didn't say and men. I said and you. There's a difference. Sub goal number? I don't know. I don't know what my standard subs are. I don't know where I would have to put it. 6 or 7 probably? No. I think we'd have to do more than 6 or 7. I'll think on that one, because I have the capacity to do that. But if I were to dress up like a maid, I'd be covering up my best assets. I would then be in a maid dress, mind you, but then I would be wearing a shirt. So, just saying. Food for thought. Yeah, actually, I don't know what my typical stats are. I guess I would have to know some of my stats in order to actually know. Hmm. Oh, also, that's a great point. I am on the wrong Discord. Whoops. Silly me. Oh, alright. Well, everything's broken now. Everything's broken now. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. I'm just gonna live on this one so that it doesn't break the Fugi. So that it doesn't break the Fugi. Or is Fugi just broken now? Did I just screw up? I just screwed up. Alright. You know, that one's on me. That's my mistake. I did this one. No, I went to switch, Discord accounts, and that does break Fugi. We know that we've known that for a while now. So we've run into this issue once or twice before. Maid dresses can have titty windows. I don't think the one that I have offhand does have that. They can. I don't know if it does. I'll have to do some research. Yeah, I can hide them. It's fine. I had to close a couple of screens, though. Oh, right. I was going to check up to see what my typical number of certain things are. I don't know what my average subs are. And once I figure out what my average subscription level is, I can set up a goal. We can do that, and I'm willing to have fun like that. That seems fine. That seems fine. That seems fun, even. Oh, these are my subs. Whoops. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my creator dash. Someone absolutely set their barbecue on fire. I can smell it. Are you two still going back and forth? I enjoy this greatly. This amuses me quite a lot. Okay, I see where my subs are at. That number is higher than I thought. Huh. Tamale. A tamale. Oh, okay. Was it fresh or was it made before? Would you have it? What was in the tamale, huh? What kind? What was the meat? Or veg? What kind of filling? Was it perhaps rojos de puerco? Con chile? Was it just shredded chicken and cheese? No, I don't get to know? How dare. Pepper and cheese? Mm-mm-mm. Needs a protein in there, though. Just a little bit of protein, even if it's just beans. Fresh from your uncle's co-worker's wife? Well, then never mind. I'll just shut up my mouth. If it's fresh from an auntie, it's going to be so good. Like, tia and abuelita food is just superior. The only thing that beats that back is your own mom's. Mom cooking's pretty top. Mom poop can cook. Mom poop can cook real good. Spicy as fuck. Okay, well now we have to ask the question. What kind of peppers? I'm sorry, Cap. Yeah, it's always rough remembering all the times we had with our grandparents. We're getting old. At least we have the memories, though. At least we have the memories. Spicy. What's in there? Habaneros? Habanero. It's probably not. I can't imagine you're getting this twisted off of a jalapeno. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that. The spicy kind? I mean, that's valid. I guess that's correct. It would be the spicy kind, wouldn't it? Well, you gotta eat them. Gotta eat them. Well, that's what I was saying, is a jalapeno isn't very spicy. A habanero might be. And then, I mean, depending on how the jalapeno is pickled, because I assume it's pickled, it could be spicy. You can make it spicy. Also, there's dry spices that can be added that can add a bit of punch. No, I imagine they would know if it was... Well, I guess a serrano looks like a jalapeno. If it's green. Nope, fresh jalapeno. Could just be that Psycho is not the biggest fan of spicy food. And they are more impacted by the spicy. Huh? That's fair, Cap. You went to this supposedly Mexican place, got something, and you just made it better. It does seem like the smart play. Does seem like the smart play. Yeah. Like I said, vaguely, like you walk in and you have to ask if the Mexican food is in the room with us. The upside to being anywhere in the Southwest is that you can always find an authentic taco truck. I haven't been to a Taco Bell in years. It's been a long time. Yeah, I bet. But even the bad stuff can't be like Taco Bell bad. Oh, nope. Yep, sounds like it absolutely can be. That's unfortunate. Gotta spin the wheel? It's worth it. It's worth it. Because the good's gonna be great. The one thing I can't ever find is a taco truck that has frijoles de puercos. Because that and like, I don't know, just like that feels like it adds so much to like a burrito. Like, have that in, put the cheese in, your meat of choice, my choice typically being what is my choice typically? Pastor, I guess. Pastor, roll that bad boy up nice and fat, and then bite. Oh, so good. Matter of fact, there's one in my town that I can go to. It's a couple of streets away, but it's absolutely worth me going. Yeah, Pastor's great. Spicy pork. How do we always get back to food on my channel? I don't even cook. No, Psycho. You might be more right than you know. We eat to live and we live to eat. Oh, I had to go errand shopping after work today. I had to pay off a phone bill and I had to grab a couple of things for the house. And I am reminded of something that I know to be true, but I hate it anyway. Like every other weeb on this platform, I love me some sushi. I'm a big unagi fan. And so occasionally I'll go to the sushi place near one of my grocery stores. And there tends to be a long gap in between me going to this place, because I always do the same thing. I'll forget how expensive it is. So I walk in, and I see it there. I see the most ridiculous thing looking me back in the face, and that's an unaten roll, which is just unagi and a big old tempura prawn. And I'm like, yeah, I desire to have that inside me. I desire to have that inside me. Yeah, absolutely, go get your ice cream. And like, no, valid. Like, I don't want to pay $20 for a roll. It's not 20, but it's close. Like, it's not worth it. Sushi is not an expensive endeavor. Like, sushi is a cheap meal. Like, I understand that sushi grade fish is better fish, but I don't believe Americans are using sushi grade fish. I probably should believe this for my own health, but I don't. And B, like, the money we're paying for, like, oh my god. It drives me crazy. So anyways, I didn't pay for it, and I broke my heart because I had to look this picture in the face of deep fried prawns topped with unagi and say, no, I won't have that. And instead I paid $10 for a teriyaki bowl and like 6 pieces of imitation crab rolls, which were a pretty good deal, but it's not the same, and it's not what I wanted. How do you like one but not like the other? I guess no, that's not true. I do understand that be it a flavor profile or just the way that the mouthfeel works. It's different. Like, it's much easier to eat things bite-sized, and all sushi should be bite-sized, than it is to, like, have a full plate of crab or a giant fish filleted in front of you. I can see it. And honestly, I don't eat that much seafood. Like, I'll eat salmon, I'll eat flying fish. Now, the flying fish I tend to have fried, and if you fry anything, it's better. But no, when it's sushi, I love eel. I love eel so much. It's so good. Broil that bad boy up, slather it in teriyaki sauce, put it over rice. Nom 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 nom. It's so good. It's so good! But I couldn't have it because it's gotten too expensive. And I can't figure out why. Because I know for a fact that that sushi isn't expensive. It's not an expensive meal. It's not designed to be an expensive meal. It's only expensive out here because it's exotic. Everything's so expensive now. No one even likes eel but me. I don't know who else they're selling it to out here. It's like me and one other person are the only people I've ever even seen order it over here. Granted, I don't go in here very often because, as before mentioned, I routinely forget how expensive this place is. And it's mid-sushi, to be honest. It's not even, like, really good. It's good enough. Certainly good when you have no other options, but... Sorry. That was my little rant. I was really excited about having it. And then I couldn't. And I had to get a downgrade. I had to get a California. I don't want to eat crab, like imitation crab and cream cheese? What goes into a California roll, actually? What did I shove in my face earlier? Who's the horse I really like with the tits and the nice suit? I believe you're confusing me with Shell, because Shell does like a horse with the tits and the nice suit. No, the only horse I can ever remember, ergo, my favorite horse, is Tachyon. Actually, I can remember Goldship too, but Goldship is an absolute problem child. I don't remember the name. You'll have to ask Shell for the one with the booby window and the nice suit. A Russian horse I liked? I don't think so. I know there's a Russian horse Mom likes, because no, Marzinski might actually be Italian. She may not be Russian. A Russian horse? A Russian horse? I don't know. I don't know the Umas like that. There's a Russian gun I like. Like, one of my raifus are in fact Russian. I am pretty alright. But by the way, hashtag not a horse. Nah, it's fine. I'm happy to try to remember. Like I said, there is a Russian gun I like. Like AN-94 is really good. And no, the horse is Tachyon. Tachyon is the only horse I ever remember. That isn't Goldship. And Goldship I only remember because memes. Oh no, and Haru, because goodest girl who doesn't get to win. I know that one. I know that one. No. Akane is definitely a fox. I'm just not a horse. Completely different. Oh yeah, this is completely different. Akane is a fox. I am not a horse. So you're half right. You're half right. You're almost there. You can't be blamed. Clearly you heard something that was just incorrect and you mixed them together. I don't blame you. I am Doge. I am a very special kind of Doge. I'm a Jackal. But Akane, straight up fox. Just ask Wolf. Wolf will agree with me. Wolf will tell you his wife is a fox. Let's see. Oh, I'm really low energy today, guys. I'm brain's not working. I don't got much left in me. It's gonna be a very short stream, I think. Though, to be fair, yesterday you guys got a full work shift out of me. It wasn't until I logged off and I saw, congratulations, you had an 8-hour stream, that I realized, oh no. Oh no. I can't do that. One of my New Year's resolutions was that I wouldn't stream for like insanely long times. My streams are supposed to go on for like 3 or 4 hours. I was gonna come home and just kind of go to bed, just lay down. But if I laid down, I wasn't gonna get back up and there would have been no stream whatsoever. Like, that just wasn't gonna happen. And I didn't want to just not stream. Like, I should at least do the bare minimum of showing up and saying hello to everyone. So, I was thinking of you guys, hey? Hey, consistency and everything. And friendly reminder, there is no stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, unless work calls me, I never call that back. Whoops. Hey, Cap, it's rare. It's rare, but it happens. Occasionally. I can do that. I have an empty head because the idea goes in one ear and goes out the other. Occasionally, however, it's not a clean pass-through, and it just rattles around in there long enough for me to act on it. I don't get to keep any ideas. This too will pass, I assure you. But yeah, tomorrow is a movie. I guess not movie. What show was it? It was Hazbin Hotel, right? Yeah, that they wanted desperately for me to watch, despite my non-interest. So, barring me calling back work tonight and finding out that I have to be somewhere tomorrow, I guess that's happening. Unless I sleep for a day. Which, I mean, I won't, but goddamn, some days I want to. Oh, speaking of spit in chair, one of the first streamers I ever watched got a pretty incredible update. Or not streamers, first VTubers I watched got a pretty incredible update. Like, this is some Zen level shenanigans. Wait a second, I can't put it here. If I put it in this chat, my chat will break. Let me bring up my other chat. Put it in that chat. Ridiculous a statement as that is. There you go. It's Saturday! I had to find her again after all this time. I lost track of her. She's French, and she is filthy, so careful how long you linger on these pages. This is safe for work-ish. She's got, like, insane chair tracking. Like, what? How do you have chair tracking? How is that a thing? That's not a thing. That's illegal tech. I want it so bad. I want to be able to do, like, I want a cool 3D model that I could do this on. For those of you who have joined the community rather late, originally I'd planned to be 3D. I'd sculpted out everything on my character from the neck down. Well, no clothes. I'd sculpted the body of my character from the neck down, but I was just having too much difficulty making a face, and no face I made I liked, so I gave up. I gave up and I bought a customizable 2D. But yeah, I wanted a 3D because I want to be able to put it in a room and do stuff like that with chat in the background, doing cool things. A dream to be divinely wished. Well, she used to be. I don't know if she still is, but she is an artist, and she used to act on her impulses. Make of that what you will. And given her design, I can't imagine she's changed much. But yeah, look, that tracking's so cool. Like, I've seen Zen do a lot of really, really cool things. But, like, this level of tracking is far beyond what I've seen Zen or Fillion put out. Though, Fillion's tracking isn't so much impressive as much as Fillion is willing to debase herself while being captured. But beware of Saray. She is French, and she is feral. Yeah, I imagine, well, the modeling isn't so bad once you learn how to do it. The rigging seems like it would be a nightmare. And it must push, it probably pushes the PC way harder than a 2D model, just because of the amount of rendering that has to happen. I do like the really quality 3D stuff, though. Like, Sarai is a really good example of what I'm after, except that, you know, tiny French woman as opposed to big, beefy Egyptian man. $2D just seems to have more support, and to be fair, is easier and cheaper to get assets for. So probably better in the long run. Does Luna stream? Is this a thing that we didn't know about? I mean, yeah, and of course Fugis and such are like are probably the way to go when you're first starting if you're not incredibly picky. We love Sheeb. If you haven't seen Sheeb's little Fugi, it's so cute. We need to get a feral toggle for it though. But I hear we're getting Sheep Altar, a summer skin. Oh, yeah. Honestly, getting assets of any kind, especially boutique ones, seeing the price come back is always a bit jarring financially and emotionally. It can be rough. It can be rough. Yeah. All right. Excellent. The sheep upgrades. They are on the way. Soon. aha. Avert all the fear by just streaming. Once you just do it, you'll see it gets better. Like, I wouldn't call it super easy the first time around, but you get the hang of it really quickly. Yeah, definitely don't worry about having everything. I still don't have everything. I've been doing this for 6 months. Of course, a lot of that is now because I'm waiting on my reference sheet, and from there I can then start consolidating a lot of aesthetic ideas. Yeah, that's the rough part. Though being part of the Discord, yeah, being a part of the Discord and having us there to back you up means occasionally we'll peep in and say hello. So you're already in a pretty good spot. I'm just saying. I got lucky. I pretty much avoided the whole quiet era because I had people like you guys supporting me from the Akane Discord. It was pretty cool. I was very pleased. VGen is unsafe to be on while I'm streaming. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, super. Because we're usually in or around it. And we can see if you go live. Peek in, say hi, lurk. Enjoy the vibes. And besides, we all know deep down, Luna, you're a god gamer. So, really, you're gonna be doing numbers immediately. We know this. It's obvious. Yeah. Yeah, now Sheep Stream. Now everyone can come in and say hello. It's great. And Sheep streams are really good. Sheep's an excellent streamer. Just took a little bit of talking into doing it, was all. But yes, community. Community is the way. This isn't a debate. I am merely stating facts. I will have you know. Alright, you guys got me for 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna go lay out. I'm gonna go lay down. I'm so tired. I didn't have it in me today. I should be doing stuff. I should be like farming in Warframe or something. I should be making you all watch that, but I'm gonna go have a nap. It's still early enough that whilst a mistake, it won't be the worst mistake. Can't be worse than staying up till 5 in the morning. Well, 4-ish in the morning. No, 5. It had to have to be 5. I legitimately saw lights. Yeah, let's go. If you ping it in the chat and I see it, I'm gonna pop in and say hello. So, there you have it. And once you do it, it becomes easier, and then you can start focusing on other things. Oh, I have been pinged all night. Whoops. I've just not been paying any attention to Discord. Well, whoops. Might be my fault. Might be my fault a lot. Might have been not paying any amount of attention. Yeah, remember, look, listen. I am where I am after 6 months, and I don't particularly think that it's impossible to get to where I am in a much quicker amount of time. I think the number one thing I could recommend is do not try to be like the biggest VTubers immediately. Because it's going to be expensive, and you're not going to have the returns on it for a while. Be comfortable. Play some games you like. Chill. Vibe. You do have to talk about it so that we can have a dialogue, but yeah. Just chill. I will need it. Besides, I need to call back some people for work anyway. I was supposed to do it earlier, but they never picked up. And when they didn't pick up, I forgot about it and said, you know what, I'm going to stream. So. Head pets. Thank you for the head pets. But yeah, before I go, anything I could help you guys with? Anything you guys want to chat about before I go? Thank you. Expect quiet, small, and just... Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, but you get to inundate me with that chat whenever. I am routinely here for that. Some good stuff. As far as I'm concerned, it's a lot of good inspo, too. Yeah, no, we were well pleased to see you come and support Akane, and we're more than happy to welcome you into the community. I'm only happy that you were able to stumble on into our streams. So I have been more than happy to have you. But yeah, super short stream today. I'm fucking exhausted. I have to go make one more work call. And then I get to go lay down and have a nap, and then wake up and try to save my sleep schedule for tomorrow because I might have work. Regardless, I should see you all tomorrow. I mean, Akane is doing a thing, so if you're going to be at the thing tomorrow with Akane, I'm going to be at the thing tomorrow with Akane, maybe. Maybe, big old asterisk, maybe. So I should see you there. Yeah, I'm gonna have a nap. Love your faces. I'm gonna throw you over to Akane now. I'm not even gonna look to see what else is available. I can't be asked. so let's go see some Fatal Frame. I'm being bonked. That's fair. I deserve to be bonked. You can bonk. Go do the thing. I'm gonna go do the thing. Soon. One moment, please. But before that, now that they work, top copy is for subs, bottom copy is for non-subs. Go harass Akane. Be absolutely horrendous to her. I give you permission. Like, I am hoping that you will in fact not be hinged. So... love your faces. Be good. Chat to you soon. Bye-bye now.